So today we're going to be doing a themed episode.
I feel like we could do a better intro than that, though, honestly. That shit felt rugged. I don't mean to be a prima donna about it.
Are you sure?
Okay, we'll go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Welcome to episode 5. This is the hair, right next to my boy, the turtle. Introduce yourself.
What up, everybody? It's the turtle. We're just here chilling in the backyard. We about to present to you a very special episode of The Turtle and the Hare, a themed episode.
Ho, 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 on Sean's hair.
Now, Hare, tell us the theme of today's episode.
The LOTR themed episode, sir.
Oh.
And for the people that do not know that, or what that is, it is a Lord of the Rings episode. I have just recently concluded the trilogy of Lord of the Rings, the 2001 through 2003 films. Turtle thought I should watch them, so I did. We actually went on that journey together, even though he has seen them a number of times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember being surprised that you hadn't seen Star Wars at the point that you did. You watched them whenever you were 19, I think? Right?
Oh, dude, I was like 21, I thought.
Oh, okay.
The original trilogy?
Yeah.
It was in between 19 and 20, I think. Yeah, because, I was 19. Yep, sorry, 19 years old, because I was not drinking yet.
Mm-hmm.
I waited till I was 21 to really just, like, kind of unleash that shit. Like, I would drink every once in a while with the boys, you know, stuff like that, stuff you do with the homies, but, yeah. And I remember where I was working when I watched the films and how old I was at that time. So, yeah, I was, like, 19, 20 years old when I first watched the OT Star Wars films.
Yeah.
4, 5, and 6.
Uh-huh.
But we're not here about those films.
Yeah.
That could be another pod for sure.
For sure. I just remember being like, dude, he hasn't seen Star Wars. But it never even entered my mind that you hadn't seen Lord of the Rings. Like, so,
I know you guys were always playing them, and honestly, my pops was always playing them too. But they never, I guess, captured me. I don't know. Maybe as a kid, I just saw them walking, and I was like, well, I don't know. I always wanted to be outside. Believe it or not, there was a time where I always wanted to be outside.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's the other way around. I feel like I'm fucking 40. My back's giving out, but I'm still grateful for life.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm glad it's, I don't know. It's a bittersweet feeling. So I should have watched them when I had chances to watch them with somebody. But I watched them with you, and it felt like all the questions and the excitement was still, like, there. And you had the questions, or the answers to my questions. And it was just, I don't know, it was a fun thrill ride, emotional as well. I didn't think I'd feel so much during this trilogy, but I did. It was odd. It was odd because it didn't even have to be like an emotional moment to kind of feel like, fuck, dog, I'm kind of feeling some type of way,
you
know?
I know you mentioned something about feeling a certain way about Bilbo leaving. That was in like the first 15 minutes. Bilbo leaving the Shire.
Yeah, dude, I didn't know what the fuck was up. I thought, like, he was going to be, like, a consistent character, I guess. I honestly didn't think I was going to see his monster face until the second movie.
Yeah. Honestly, we should recenter a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Let's start. So, we sat down, our first film. Of course, we watched the extended editions.
Yes, let's clarify about that. Extra hour of footage, say less.
Exactly. Yeah, the hair has never been...
shy, let's say.
Yeah, he's never been shy about jumping into extended editions, director's cuts, and stuff like that.
Honestly, I feel like a lot of cool shit happens in them in the theater. Just, I don't know. Someone at the studio is like, you know what, let's not give them all the cool shit we shot. Let's just give them half of it. I don't know. I love director's cuts. And I found out a lot of director's cuts or extended editions were better than what they, I guess, theatrically or DVD released, you know? Mm-hmm. So I like, when I go out and buy my movies as well, I do extended editions for sure. I like all that extra shit. Sometimes I want to vibe, smoke, and just listen to the commentary. Or like some of the actors talk about their roles and how they were able to accomplish them. But I'm getting a little bit sidetracked. But yeah, I'm all about the extended version.
Yeah. I had no doubt that you would be down for the extended edition. I didn't even offer for you to watch the theatrical
That's
ones.
how much we just know each other, though.
Yeah. So we sat down to watch the first film, the extended edition, Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring.
Oh, that was Chamber of Secrets.
Oh,
I'm sorry. That was disrespectful. Fuck you, Potter fans. LOTR, baby.
What? Also, just for a little clarification for those of us on the visual pod, I don't know how this is going to look post-editing, but the sun is currently going down, so we're The shadows of Mordor are approaching.
One couldn't say that.
One could say that. But we'll see how it comes out in the edit.
Clever.
We might get some lights going out here, and there might be a fancy transition or just a jump cut.
Yeah, who knows?
Who knows?
Maybe by the time you reach to that point, I'll be waking up from my bed. I just thought I died, and then I just see Gandalf's face, scream out his name, give him a hug, cry a little bit, and just kill myself at the end.
Okay.
We'll edit that part out, sorry. Probably not.
So, Fellowship of the Ring.
Yeah.
First, 5 minutes is the backstory on the rings and all that shit. Do you remember all that?
Remember, what's that guy's name? Isildur?
Isildur, yeah.
Oh, sorry. I just remember the guy that got caught lacking in the stream. He did have a solid stroke with a broken-ass sword, my boy, but to go out that way, I don't know.
Yeah.
You could tell, he wasn't thinking clearly. He got, bro. Pretty bad. It was sad, though. He seemed like a decent guy. But there wasn't enough for me to be, overly attached. Like some of the characters that we'll mention later in the
book. Yeah, he was definitely a minor character.
I remember.
But it was just already in the first 5 minutes, introducing the
setup and
the corruption that the ring plays.
Yeah, and then it just cuts over to my boy Bilbo in the Shire.
Yeah, it's like he was writing about introducing us to hobbits and stuff like that. And none of that's in the extended edition. So you get no introduction to all the hobbits and stuff like that. I really appreciated all that. So it was almost it gave documentary kind of vibes almost. In some of the parts where it gets into the part where it's like voiceovers and you get all these. Honestly, the whole movie is just really well shot. So I can't even say whenever you get these beautiful shots and stuff like that, because the whole thing is just beautifully shot.
Yeah, honestly, I remember asking where they shot it at. You say New Zealand?
Yeah, they shot all on location. I'm pretty sure. Bro. And most of it is either miniatures mixed with CG or just straight up miniatures and stuff like that.
Well, let's talk about that for a second, dude. The CG that they were using in the early 2000s, man, kind of blows away some of the CG that they use now. It was more believable. Yes, you could see where it's it was the CG of their time. But to see the CG of 2023 now going into 2024, some people just don't care. Because it just looks just garbage.
Yeah. The thing is, I feel bad for the people, because the people that are working on it, because I know that they do care. They wouldn't get into that field if they didn't care about it. I mean, you wouldn't spend hours and hours coding and building all that stuff if you didn't care about it. But it's the producers or the studio heads, you get all these mandates of time, and then they're constantly changing scripts because they never have anything written all the way through. They don't have a solid project anymore.
Practical effects are pretty cool too.
That's one of the things about Lord of the Rings. It was all meticulously planned out and stuff like that. They planned to shoot them all back to back and stuff like that, so they could get it all done. They had it all.
It was slightly confusing at first because I didn't know that they were consecutively shot not released year after year after year, but also I did not know that they were shot back to back to back, because I was tripping out. I was like, bro.
Yeah,
I remember taking a moment to speak about that with you.
Yeah, it was quite the task for my boy Peter Jackson to take on.
Bro, but beautifully done. I don't know how he fucking pulled that shit out.
I know, bro.
Holy fucking cow, bro. I really, really thought that I was able to pull off having a female hobbit with a woman hair, dude, but the hair on their feet just fucking got me, man. I don't know. 'Cause I saw, it's not the same movie though, but just seeing the younger hobbits with their fucking hairy feet and what they'll turn into is just these gargantuan shack feet. Fuck. Damn. I don't know. Got me a little bit.
Yeah.
I was ready to go after my boy Sam's woman.
Oh. Yeah. She's a little cutie patootie.
Her ribbons in her hair. Sam was
shoot, bro. I wouldn't let the little hairy feet kid stop me, man.
I was just I don't know. If we're in bed with just laying down, say that we're just sleeping, bro.
Bro, you're gonna tell me you would
tangled in her hair.
Are you gonna prefer these cold ass feet touching your legs in the middle of the night, or these nice, warm, almost blanket like feet? Because you know them Hobbit women gonna be taking care of the hair on their feet.
They
you
probably
keep it nice and soft.
Yeah, but I don't.
It probably smells like flowers.
I like my feet to breathe when I sleep.
Well, I respect that. First of all, couldn't do it myself. I just never been able to, bro. Unless they get super sweaty, I'll let them air out for like a second, and then I gotta put them back up again. We're veering off topic.
Yes, we are. My apologies, feet.
But,
I mean, come on.
Lord of the Rings. You scared?
Turtle, you ignorant slut.
Lord of the Rings. Fellowship. Shire. So just give us some highlights from the first film, bro. Give us your thoughts. What did you like? What did you dislike? What were some memorable parts for you?
Instantly, my boy Gandalf the Grey. Like, just came in, big chillin', big pimpin', just chilling on his wagon. People were wondering, like, oh, Gandalf. Like, why are you here? Like, bruh, I just shows up when I wants to. And he's like, how about, and then the first initial two Hobbit kids are like, how about some fireworks? And then he just fucking ignores that shit, bro. And then just does a big pimp move, like travels 20 more feet and everything's right? And then he goes visits Bilbo, and then I'm like, hell yeah, they got a hell of a. Well, it seemed like Bilbo was way more. I guess just no, I don't know. They both have different personalities. Bilbo just seemed very excited to see Gandalf, but also very secretive, obviously. But then Gandalf, like he was just the moods were definitely opposites. Like Gandalf was more calm.
I think the vibe I always get from it is that because Gandalf is like much older and he like just exists on a completely different time. I mean, however long it must have seemed to Bilbo, it must not have seemed that long to Gandalf.
Yeah. You could tell. I think off the bat that it's pretty apparent that Bilbo is like deteriorating from the corruption of the ring, just from how he acts. Like when he first initially thought he lost it, and he just literally put it in his pocket, left the door, and he was like, "Where was it? Where was it?" And then he just totally had like a 30-second breakdown freak out of like ripping apart his fucking home trying to find it, and it's the same pocket he put in seconds earlier.
Yeah, that was before. That was when he was getting ready for the yeah. Yeah, that was a nice little introduction to the.
You have a little treat for the hair?
Oh, I certainly do. A nice little thin Oreo, mint Oreo.
Thank you. The color of grass, which I eat.
Yes.
Or consume, let's say.
Yes, the color of grass or kelp. Seaweed. Whatever you want to say, the turtle feet. I don't know. I should research these things.
Scrumptious.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I bet Pippin would have liked this.
Would you like a little sack?
You know what, dude? A little sixer wouldn't be terrible.
Now, where were we?
Talking about how Bilbo, when he first
thought
he lost his ring.
So, I thought it was interesting how, there is like the obvious indication that there's the corruption from the ring going on, like the dependence, almost like it's like drugs to him or something. But visually, there's not any. And Gandalf even, I mean, like he just seems like an older hobbit, an older guy. But Gandalf comments about how he looks like he hasn't aged a day. And Bilbo commented on how long it's been since they've seen each other and stuff like that. So it's like, already then you get a little indication that something's up.
I feel like Gandalf suspected there was something.
Yeah. But it was cool to see. I loved how Bilbo was like, "Oh, you caught me by surprise. Like I don't have anything to offer you." And by the time Gandalf gets to the kitchen, there's like the table's got like bread and a cake and cheese and tea.
He was just like, "I'll just have tea." The whole time too.
Yeah, there was like the eggs there and everything.
He's like,
I have some eggs.
Oh, and there's a cake. Oh, that would do quite nicely. No, homeboy just wanted tea the whole time. But honestly, it was cool. It was cool to see. I don't know. to see how much he respected Gandalf. Like, oh man, you just caught me at a bad time. Let me try to straighten up or bring you something. You've had a long journey. I've learned over the course of these movies, nothing's close to one another.
Yeah, it's all like months to get. I mean, if there's one thing I could say about the films is that sometimes they're bad at giving that indication of that
of how much time has passed.
Of how much time.
Because honestly, there's times where they were sleeping and they woke up the next day. I was like, holy shit, that's months later. Mm-hmm. They're in a different spot right now.
Yeah, like there was a couple parts where you were like, I think you commented about like how fast they got there, and then I was like, well, it actually took them a while.
Yeah, and you're like, it'll tell you how long it took, and it told me in the last movie, but we're not there yet. Like I was just amazed though how long that journey there and back was.
Mm-hmm. Or even to jump ahead a little bit, in which part is it? Oh, I think to jump ahead to Return of the King, because this might be a multi-episode arc of the Turtle and the Hare. Might be. But in Return of the King, whenever King Theoden is rallying the armies to go and help them at Gondor.
Yeah.
They talk about, he said, 2 days to prepare and then we'll start our journey.
Yeah.
And then you were like, dude, they're already on their, like they're already pulling up to their front gate and stuff, And it's like, yeah, but yeah, that would suck. That would suck. But at least you got the cavalry coming, bro. Yeah. Just gotta hold them off till then.
It's scary to think about because I was like, bro, like, they're at their front door. They're literally getting into the city, and you're like, bro, back in the day, wars took days, and I don't know, it just didn't hit me. But it hit me once you said it, because I'm like, yeah, bro, wars are never done in a day. Mm-hmm. It's not an 8-hour shift, and you're like, all right, guys, we won, so it's over.
Yeah, there was a lot of little gnarly parts in there. You could see some of homie's little horror film isms. Because I think he did like a couple of short films and stuff like that. Yeah, there's a lot of good practical effects, like the body effects and stuff.
Yeah, like the orcs look great, dude. Honestly, they were scarier than I thought they'd be. Mm-hmm. Also, being from 1995, being only 6, 7, 8 years old at the time of all three of them, and each of them consecutively coming out, whatever the fuck. Yeah, I could see how that would be terrifying because there was a couple. There were some dark parts, and like they emphasized those dark parts. They didn't play them lightly. Like, this is war type shit. Like, it's not just like, oh, like sword in this guy, and so motherfuckers losing an arm and then a head, or you could. I felt the brutality even when my boy Barrowby, R.I.P.
Yeah, bro.
But every arrow that punctured him, like, I don't know, you could just felt like it just. I don't know, the weight of it. I don't know. It was weird. It was an emotional ride, but I didn't ignore the feelings, bro. Like, it's just like, man, I don't know.
And even, sorry to cut you. Did I cut you?
No, you did not.
I liked that you really felt the weight of all of it, and that there was like a realism to, even though it was like fantasy and there was a lot of magic and stuff like that, but like Gandalf wasn't throwing fireballs and shooting fucking laser beams and shit like that,
Yeah. A lot of it. He had a lot of good, decent swordplay.
Yeah, and even the swordplay and stuff like that, it was all like pretty good, really, really well choreographed and stuff like that. Indeed. So it all looked really. I liked how grounded it felt.
That's why I think it was so impactful, because it felt real. It felt like a real journey.
Yeah, and even like Boromir getting tagged up with all them arrows, bro. Like after every one, you could see him get like.
He has a muster of everything, dude.
Like the thud, and then it's like, and then you see.
But you felt
and
the
then
thud.
I don't know.
Is your body twitch? I don't know, dude. It's just like, ooh.
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
You wince.
You wince a bit. Yeah.
No, that seems hard, especially after he tries to take the ring from Frodo.
And then apologize because he instantly regrets it because his mind starts to clear the further the ring gets away. I don't know. I just felt like,
that ring got a hold of him as soon as he saw it, bro.
Oh, I know, bro. That's what I was like, bro, next, watch. He's gonna want to go on that journey with them. Watch, bro. Type shit.
Yeah, we're jumping a little bit all over the place, pod, but you know what? That's kind of how the Turtle and the Hare get it done.
That's how we do it, bro. It's not traditional. I ain't gonna go chapter 1 through 24 with you. It's gonna be a little jumping around. I hop. Turtles take their time when they want to.
But we're staying mostly on one film at a time.
Yeah, mostly.
Yeah.
There were a couple people, man, that I just fucking couldn't stand.
What do you think about Merry and Pippin in the first movie?
Yeah, they were fucking nuisances. Honestly, I gravitated toward everything Gandalf said about Pippin. I'm like, fucking dude, do it. Just kill yourself. Like, you're just in the way. Like, fucking A. And then you guys are just like seeking / causing trouble when this shit should be taken seriously. Because I felt like it should have. Like, if I was in that group, bro, I would just be like, friend of attention, just trying to fucking get it done. But like they were just little menaces, I felt.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously, there's growth throughout the other two films, for both of them. Seeing sides I never thought I'd see, but I guess the world kind of and their experiences had kind of built them into who they ended up to be.
Mm-hmm.
Because that journey was no easy task. No easy task indeed. But there's just like, I don't know, like.
Yeah, a lot of people think that they are the comedy relief, and they think that the comedy relief is the worst part of the trilogy.
I think it was necessary. I didn't say even though they were new, I don't know. The thing is, I wasn't laughing at them.
I think at a certain point, Gimli becomes enough comedy relief.
Gimli and the dry humor of the elf Legolas.
Yeah, Gimli and
their bromance was awesome.
Legolas's budding romance.
Yes, dude, honestly,
throughout the trilogy was dope.
Honestly, bro, that was a big part of why I loved it. Because it was always just dwarf versus elf. Elf did something. My boy Gimli was not gonna let that shit stand, because if the other dwarves hear about that, he ain't gonna be no laughing stock, my boy.
Yeah,
but he did ride bitch. Like, oh man, he didn't direct that horse once. He was all sidecar with my boy Legolas, dog. Aragorn's like, nah, dog, I got my own fucking horse. But even before I even call him Aragorn, dude, honestly, throughout the trilogy, I kept on referencing him as Strider for like the first two films, because I don't know why that stuck with me, but just to learn and see his character development. At first, like, he just didn't want anything to do with who he came from and who he's supposed to be. He was definitely the bravado / mystique of the fucking first movie, like just trying to figure out who he is, even though Gandalf knew, and they had that conversation with each other and shit like that. And just, I don't know, but some parts of him were still vague. I wanted to know more, but it told it over time. I don't really think I have any more questions now that I have seen the films, but he just had like the fucking straight up like Batman vibes.
Yeah, Aragorn's just such a goat, bro. He's just the ultimate.
Just a class act is what I labeled. That's what I'm like, bro. Just constantly inspiring. Just he's a friend, and he stays that consistently. He doesn't break. The ring does not corrupt him. He's the one that has the hope when all hope is lost.
Even whenever the part always gets me, and I'm sorry that I wasn't there because I had to take my girl home at the end of Two Towers and of Fellowship.
I'm sorry, are you talking to me? You talking to the hair?
Yeah, be quiet.
I'm like, how's this guy leave me on the most emotional
I'm sorry, I had to get her home.
It was pure coincidental, but I'm just like, you leave me, and I had to witness bar.
We always started them all late.
Yeah, we did. We started them at like 9 o'clock every night, because, a little side note, when I get to the house and stuff like that, I do my little, time with this person and that person. And then we kind of link up toward the end of the night, and that's what we'll fall asleep to. Or like, yo, dude, pause it if you can. Switch to something else because I'm going to bed. But I like to get like at least hour and a half to 2 hours in before, breaking and stuff like that. Because it did turn into like a week thing, but I enjoyed it. Like, I enjoyed the stretch. I was thinking about it even while I was at work. I was trying to bring up like even pass-by conversation with my staff about the trilogy and shit like that. And just none of them really matched the energy or tone. Because, I know I just watched them, but I just wanted to talk to someone about them. But it was just like, bro. Like, man, why can't I just talk to my boy about it? And then that's when the Turt came up with the brilliant idea of just making the themed episode, LOTR episode. So I'm like, fuck yeah, bro. Then I'll get all my jitters out. And then we'll move on to, the next movies. Whatever other classics I have not seen, and trust me, there are many.
Yeah, I think we might do The Godfather next. I think that'd be cool.
Yeah, it seemed like your dad focused on that one pretty good when I mentioned it to him. And I thought it would be pretty exciting, I haven't seen the classic Godfathers. I say classic, but I mean the only ones, I guess, technically, right?
Mm-hmm.
So my apologies, but like, yeah, there's a lot of
they talk
movies that the Turtle has seen that I haven't seen. So we're trying to just go through the motions of watching those classics that I have not, seen yet. Trust me, I've had every opportunity to, but now that I'm, want to see them and I'm ready to see them, I want to with the right people, should I say?
Yeah. There was a point in the movie that I wanted to bring up. Mm-hmm. That I wasn't there for you with. It was whenever Aragorn finds Frodo after Boromir tries to take the ring.
Yes, when Strider finds Frodo after Boromir tries to take the ring. And yeah, go ahead, continue.
And he's
I know exactly what part you're talking about.
Yeah, and Aragorn tells him, and Aragorn knows that the orcs are coming, and he tells him to run. Yeah, and
he needs to do the journey.
Yeah, but he tells him because Frodo is like questioning whether he's going to try to take the ring.
Yeah, dude,
that broke my heart.
Oh man!
But
Aragorn's response.
Yeah, and Aragorn tells him before he runs away, he's like, "I would have followed you till the end." And it's like, oh,
bro, right?
And it was like, yeah, bro, because I know, and I believe it, bro. I know he would.
I got emotional, bro.
I know he would have. I know Aragorn would have went to.
And then Frodo switch up. He's like, I know you would have. Bro, I know it's also like attacking you, but you just question my boy's integrity, dude. Mm-hmm. I'm just like, and he just handled it so gracefully. I'm like, oh man, bro, the fuck.
And then he took on the whole horde of.
And then just the subtleties, like he looked down and he saw Frodo's sword. He's like, the orcs are coming, run, type shit. Mm-hmm. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, oh shit. When orcs are close, the sword will shine, type shit. So it was really cool. Like, I don't know. That was just a heavy moment for me too.
Yeah.
And,
Aragorn's fight with the orc has a name, and if this video gains any traction in the Lord of the Rings fan base, I'm gonna get flamed for not knowing it. But his boss fight against that guy, the one with the white handprint on his face, the one that has
the Uruk-hai?
Yeah, the Uruk-hai, but the guy has a name, the one who has the
the main one that's just fucking the one that shredded my boy Boromir with a bow and arrow.
Yeah.
And then went for the headshot, but then Aragorn. Bro, I remember being so pissed.
Yeah, Aragorn fucking just.
How fucking far did they have to run? And what took the elf so long, my boy? Like, because I was just really upset about Boromir. Mm-hmm. It hurt my feelings because I feel like even though he had his tendencies of turning and trying to get the ring and shit, like you could also just see. Over the course of the trilogy, though, you saw how much weight was on his shoulders. Like, it wasn't just the fucking first film. The third film and everything kind of brought it all together to see, like, man, Boromir did not have an easy task of what he was even trying to do. And he just tried to do what was best for Gondor. And, all that doing for his pops and shit, like, but that was the only way he felt his pops' love, if he was just fucking bowing down, doing anything that his pops wanted to do, even though he wasn't the rightful king. He was just the overlooker of the throne.
Yeah, the steward.
Yeah, the steward.
Fuck
that guy. Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
You know what? So someone, I can't remember or pinpoint where it was. Oh, it was a staff member. They're like, I remember part of the film. Who was the guy that was lit on fire and then ran and fell off the balcony? I was like, that is Boromir and Faramir's dad. Sorry, I don't know his fucking name. It just hit me. But no, he went to go, and then I explained the whole him trying to kill, such and such, because if this is a multi-episode thing, I don't want to jump to it. But I knew exactly split second what he was talking about, and like those movies weren't just watched and like I wasn't paying attention, bro. Like I was definitely just kind of thrilled and excited to finally watch them. But yeah, sorry, that was my TED Talk.
No, that was dope, dude. I enjoyed that.
But yeah, that talk was hella deep, bro. And then happened with Boromir. But what really got me was after that moment, you had fucking Aragorn's speech to Boromir as Boromir's dying. Like, sorry that I failed you type shit,
Mm-hmm.
And then I ain't even going to fucking paraphrase it, but it was just a beautifully done speech from Aragorn. And the kiss on the forehead really sealed the deal. Like, he wasn't just nobody to him. Like, they were brothers in arms type shit.
Like
and that also, in a way, had shown that how long they have been on this journey together. It's not just, that was just yesterday when they agreed to go on this journey and they got that close. It just kind of, I should have looked deeper in those pockets. I didn't at the time, but they really just they really cared about each other.
Yeah, it annoys me so much. It is such a annoying thing to be annoyed at. But people who just hate on Boromir and just say like, "Oh, you're so weak-minded" and blah blah blah. It's like, dude, did you even watch the movies, bro? And even in the first one, even if you were just going based off of the first one, my boy was like constantly caring for the hobbits. He was teaching the hobbits how to fight. He's teaching them how to use their little swords and stuff like that.
I'm glad that I'm not one of those people.
And then me too, dude. I was so glad. That's why I think, I don't know if you noticed, but I was like, oh, what do you think about Boromir? Or did you get to the part where I kept being like, I was anticipating your reaction to the part where he tries to take the ring from Frodo.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, bro, I wanted to be there with you.
I felt sad. Like, I mean, he doesn't want any pity, I'm sure, but like, that's what I just felt like. I mean, it kind of in a way broke my heart. I empathized with him because I felt, because now, like I said, I watched all three of them, just like his whole upbringing is having to do everything and be controlled and manipulated by his dad and just try to do what he thought was best. I really, Boromir's a friend of mine.
Yeah. And not just all of that, but also the influence of evil. Because the ring comes into play. I think that there's just a beautiful symmetry in the whole story of the Lord of the Rings with like a lot of things in life, bro. That's why I think it resonates with so many people all across the world and all throughout, ever since it's been written. You know, before it was even made into movies, it was huge, and then that's why it was made into movies, and then the movies have just made it even bigger.
Apologies, that's my phone.
Oh, sorry. For sure. So,
I don't want to like.
I just think the writing is just brilliant, bro, and that's why the characters are all beautifully written, and that's why it's so easy to be enveloped in the world and to be invested in the characters.
You know? I definitely wasn't in the trenches with them, but I felt like a part of the journey. I felt enveloped by it the entire way. Mm-hmm. But can we just get to the fact how my boy like Gandalf the Grey just straight up got disrespected by who he thought was a fucking friend?
Yeah,
Saruman was oh man. You were such a great villain. Dude, no disrespect to you, but man.
A part that always stood out to me is in the part where Gandalf is riding up to his tower, to Saruman's tower, and you're getting that voiceover from Saruman where he's like, he's talking about the evil rising. And
in Two Towers?
No, in the first one, whenever Gandalf is first pulling up to Saruman's tower.
Oh.
He's first pulling up before Gandalf gets betrayed.
My bad. I thought you were referencing when, when that whole peace thing, and then Theoden and did that whole fucking badass speech about peace. There will be peace with such and such.
Then we shall have peace.
Bro, that was gangster.
Like,
yes, I know what you're talking about.
But, and it's the audio, it sounds like it's like just voiceover kind of deal. And then, it cuts to Saruman walking down the stairs, and then he's like, "Isn't that right, my old friend?" And then Gandalf is like getting off of his horse. So it's like, bro, was Saruman like talking into Gandalf's mind like as he was pulling up? So it's just something that like stood out to me because like the voiceover starts as you see Gandalf like riding from far away, coming up to entering like his whole area.
Yeah, for sure. I didn't think of it that way, but now that I have. That's a neat little pocket.
Because he ends the sentence with he's like addressing Gandalf at the end. He's saying, "Isn't that right?" or something like that.
Yeah,
something to that.
Honestly, I don't know why. Because when I don't watch something, I don't look at spoilers either. Because there's going to be one day I want to watch it. So I kind of thought Gandalf died. And maybe when he was brought back later in the movies, it was just kind of like prequel Gandalf or something. I don't know. Maybe flashback Gandalf. I don't know. Mm-hmm. But like when Saruman straight up disrespected him, I was like, what the fuck was that? You know what I mean? Like, it was just a what the fuck was that moment? Like, and then I was like, bro, I thought Gandalf is also powerful. And then you're like, they'll talk about it, but I'll share some of it with you. There's always like, what is it? Like the one wizard that's above all wizards or whatever the hell. Or like, I mean, isn't the White Wizard like?
Well, Saruman was the White Wizard.
Yes, but like, I mean,
and then because he, because he joined the evil side, basically, then it's like the world the whole universe like was out of balance, and so then Gandalf dies, and then he comes back as the new White Wizard, Gandalf the White instead of Gandalf the Grey.
Yeah, but I thought wizards had like ranks. I thought Saruman was the powerful one.
Yeah, well, he was
Like, I mean,
he
it was
was
something.
he was the main one. He's the leader. He was the main one.
Yeah, they kind of made him super OP. I don't know that first battle. I don't know.
Yeah, he just snatched
then
Gandalf's staff right out of his hand.
Yeah, but I don't know, dude, because then you have Gandalf straight and go OP mode, like, you know, they are in no condition, and they can't even fucking step up to this demon that I'm about to face, but I will sacrifice myself to face it. And oh man, I was like, fuck, bro, how much how much times does my boy die? You know what I mean? I was like, because I love Gandalf, I instantly did. Sir Ian McKellen, you did well playing that character. Good writing, solid writing. I felt it. You weren't even Magneto at that point anymore.
Yeah, the whole sequence whenever they enter the mines of Moria, it's so well done, bro. Because that whole part, it like almost feels like, and whenever they get out of there, it's almost like you can get a breath of relief with the characters. Because it's almost, the whole sequence is just like constantly, like they're going through the darkness at first. You got Gollum. It's like, okay, that would suck. And then they talk about how it's like a 4-day journey through the mines, and then Gimli finds out his cousin's dead and everyone's dead, and then Gandalf's reading the journal and stuff, and it's like the drums, they're coming, and then they start hearing the drums and shit after fucking
that shit was nuts, bro. But they want to talk about like comedic value. I just thought it was hilarious that Gandalf could not remember the answer to opening that door. And the fact that he was just like, yo, dog, I know a lot of spells. I mean, it's been a long time. Sorry, G. Like, you know, I'm trying.
Even whenever they got in there, they had to, like, stop at a certain point because there's, like, 3 paths, and Gandalf forgot which way to go. And even then, he didn't remember which way. he
was like, he just followed the air, correct?
Yeah, he's like, just following my nose, bro. The air is not as thick down this tunnel. But, all right, Gandalf. All right.
It was solid, bro. Oh man, R.I.P. Gimli's peeps though. That was sad.
Yeah, like you're saying, the whole sequence in the mines there was no time just so to be well fucking done.
Sad because like it was just like
you gotta keep moving, moving. And the fake out with Frodo getting stabbed by the cave troll. You know what people mean whenever they say that Batman v Superman Doomsday looks like the cave troll from Lord of the Rings. Or the troll that they fought while they were in the mines. And he like stabbed Frodo, and Frodo was wearing the
armor that Bilbo gave him.
Yeah.
Ah, man.
The big troll
I'm
slipping in your mind?
Bro. I'm blanking, bro.
Man. Well, yeah, so we get past that part, and then that's whenever they run out of there, and they get surrounded by all the goblins. I think, I'm not for sure who does it, but I know they all just like go basically rage mode after Frodo gets stabbed.
Okay. Sorry, Pod. I was, I don't know why I'm blanking, but I'm sure it'll come back to me or on me.
Oh, so after that, they get out of there. They get surrounded by all the goblins and shit. And then that's whenever the ancient evil and then all the goblins run away and shit. And then they're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
And Gandalf.
Because when they got surrounded, I'm like, fuck, dog, how do you get out of that shit, bruh? Because it was like a fucking tiny-ass circle with just like the 5 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, right. That's Pippin, Merry, Frodo, that's 3, Gandalf.
Yeah, there's
So there's 6 of them. Aragorn, Legolas, and then Gimli, so 6.
Well, Boromir was there too.
Oh, and Boromir, sorry, my apologies, 7. The Fellowship is 7. But yeah, like, surrounded by like 100 or more fucking goblins, just fucking, it was more than that. But you know what I mean? Like, how do you get out of this? And then you just hear a roar, and they're like, nah, fuck that noise, bro.
Yeah, then they all go running away like fucking cockroaches. Yeah, the CG on the Balrog is so good, bro. Solid. It holds up so well.
I thought so too.
There's so many parts in there where it's like, okay, you can tell, and it is aged a little bit, but I don't think that the CG on the Balrog is aged like at all. It looks just as good as any Marvel movie. as any of the best Marvel movies.
Yeah, I wasn't really able to poke too much about it. Got to finally hear the iconic "You Shall Not Pass."
Give it to us, Greg.
I can't. You could try though.
It's okay. Fly, you fools.
Oh, my boy.
Yeah.
You shall not pass.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
Oh, man. And then the Fly You Fools, bro, teary-eyed. I shit you not, bro. Like, who... I don't even want to talk about it. Like, this ain't just for a fucking show, bro. Like, that felt... Fly You Fools. I just made me want to cry, bro. And I got teary-eyed. I did. I was just like, fuck, dog.
It's good shit.
Hold it down, bro. Like, because it was an emotional roller coaster.
And then as they get out of the mine, and it's like you could get it. Even then, like I said, you feel like you could get a breath of relief, just getting out of there with the characters. But then you got to be like, dude, Gandalf just died, and even the characters are all processing that. And then Aragorn's like, we gotta go, let's go. And then even Boromir is like. That's why I don't get the hate for Boromir, because even Boromir is like, let them rest for a minute, like chill, bro.
Yeah, let them process.
Let them leave them be. And then and Aragorn is like, we gotta fucking go. They're gonna be on our ass, bro.
Yeah.
So it's like, damn, bro. I love all the little stuff in between characters like that, dude. It's very human, dude, and it's just good writing.
Yeah, it was. I'm sure. All right, let's just also put out there I have never read the books, so don't scrutinize me or hate on me. You probably will anyway. But like, I was actually surprised with like the limited lines of Legolas. Like, he just seemed like more of a side character to Gimli and Aragorn. Like, I don't know. Maybe he was written as mystical. Like, he felt like it. He just felt like you couldn't really know who he was fully. Like, you know what I mean? He seemed like a mystical character.
Yeah, it's definitely the vibe I get from the movies. I've never sat down and read the original trilogy. I got halfway through the first one. I've read The Hobbit.
Let's get that other half down, bro. You say you read the first book, my boy.
I know, I've got him. I'm just working my way through The Hobbit again.
That's true.
Dude, I
need to get back into reading, bro.
That's what we should do.
Book commentaries would be dope. I was thinking, like, I mean,
you could get it back into reading in that way.
Yeah,
we'll just
go like a book for book type deal. I do have the original. I know it's a side thing too, but I do have the original GOT books too on paperback.
Oh,
so like, I mean, but to stay on topic, bro. I mean, we could, if you want to just restart the first one, we could just read a few chapters when we got downtime.
That'd be tight.
Like, we'll take turns reading too. Like, I mean, kind of like a popcorn read type shit. Go through that journey as well.
That'd be dope.
And then then who knows?
Yeah, they're so well.
Have a themed episode about the books.
They're really like in depth written, bro.
Oh,
There's so much stuff.
I'm aware.
So after they get out of there, that's whenever they hit the forest. That's whenever they meet the elves. That's whenever they meet the crazy elf bitch.
That's fucking nuts, bruh. Why don't you take it, Frodo says, bruh, and she just transforms into... Oh, man, bruh. Get that man bitch away from me.
She's like, let me show you why.
She gave me the creeper vibes, bro. And, just like, once your dad said it, dude, I felt the same fucking way. Instant just creeper vibes from those forest elves. And I try my best not to discriminate. You know what I mean? But I don't know. It was hard to gauge them. Sure, they gave gifts at the end, but at what cost? My boy Sam.
I like how
got any more of those sharp dagger thingies? Obviously, that's not what he said. Don't fucking attack me, dog.
Yeah, I like how you get a sense of the respect that all the elves hold for Aragorn. Whether it be from just
they don't know who he is.
I don't know if it's necessarily that they know his. Well, because he said he was raised with the elves. He
did speak their language too. Yeah, quite a bit throughout the films.
He was raised with the elves for a while, so I'm sure a lot of them know him from there. And then I think he went and served with their armies for a while. I don't know all of his lore and stuff like that, but I know he did at a certain point he did go and become a ranger and shit like that. But Aragorn's just a goat. So that's whenever they leave there, get all of their special items that can be used all the way into Return of the King.
Yep, indeed. Because my boy Sam came in clutch with that liquidy substance that created light. Bro, my boy.
Well, that was actually given to Frodo, wasn't it?
No, I know, but
yeah, but my boy Sam came in clutch with it too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I know who it was given.
No. I was just saying. I was just trying to make sure that
my
it
boy
was right
Sam got the
head.
rope. He was so like bummed out. Oh man.
Yeah, that was good stuff, bro. It's just good stuff.
Honestly, guys, I was the percentage of the people that referenced some gay foolery between the romance between Sam and Frodo. Come to find out, I was like, oh, I did forget my boy Sam was in love with Ribbon chick. Her name escapes me at the moment. I was like, oh yeah, do that full straight. And then, he ends up obviously procreating and marrying her and shit like that. But like, I mean, he was just a down ass motherfucker. Even when Frodo didn't want him around, he didn't give up on what Gandalf wanted him to do. And it was, it got me. It got me a little bit.
Yeah, so Gandalf told me something. Said, "Don't you leave him, Samwise Gamgee," and I don't mean to. As he was
took the boat, bro,
as he was getting into the water, he's like, "You don't know how to swim."
Dude, he put a lot of faith in Frodo to save him, huh?
I know, bro. Sam almost died, but what a goat, bro. And that's when we get to that's the end of the movie right there, huh? The first one. As they leave, Sam gets into the boat after Frodo saves him. We get the cut to our trio of heroes, Legolas, Aragorn, and Gimli, and they're gonna go and save Merry and Pippin because they got
abducted by orcs.
Abducted by the orcs because the orcs think they got the hobbits that have the ring potentially.
Yeah.
And that's where we leave.
Even though they were instructed to, kill others and just bring the ring bearer, they're like, you know what? We'll take 2. Joke's on them! Sorry. Fuck them orcs, bruh.
Yeah.
Fuck Saruman.
What a bitch, bro. Yeah, so there we go. That's the end of Fellowship. And we're at 48 minutes. Do you want to...
We could tap into 2 towers.
You want to tap into 2 towers right now?
You know what? It could be like a double episode instead of a triple. We'll do a tap into 2 towers and just see where we're at after a little bit.
Are you sure? I don't know. I'm feeling a little tired right now, if I'm being completely honest, G. I would be down to take a break and get some more water.
To be honest, maybe it's time for the turtle to resort back to his shell and the hare back to his tunnels of vagina.
Oh.
Because hares, they hump like rabbits.
Well, so should we cut to like an outro or something? Or should we give an outro right now?
Yeah. We can just cut out the silliness and we'll cut to the outro. Hey.
Well, I didn't mind the silliness.
I just feel like,
I feel like it's part of us,
I feel like it's not who I am. I don't even get vagina. I get a lot of cock, though.
Okay.
Sorry.
It's all right.
It's not.
You speak your truth.
I will. I am straight.
But give us your thoughts, bro. Give us your blanket thoughts. You haven't told us.
All right.
Blanket thoughts on Fellowship of the Ring.
I haven't gave you any thoughts, my dad?
Well, I mean, like, give us a score. Give us a percentage. Give us a star rating. Give us out of 10.
So anyone who knows who the hare is, he enjoys character development. He doesn't mind a story. Doesn't need to just be all, like, action-packed for me. I enjoyed the long walks, the days that passed, the perspectives that they were constantly switching, because once they got to one part and you're ready to see what happened there, they're like, psych, bruh. We got to go catch up with the other homies over here. And I don't know, just overall enjoyed the first one. If I was to give it a percentage, it'd be in the 90s. I give it a solid, you know what? I'm feeling the number like 92.
92?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say I give Fellowship around the same. Or maybe 93. 93, yeah.
Okay. I mean, the same ballpark, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Definitely have the same fucking feel. Like, I don't know, like, a lot of people say that, sequels don't come up, close to the original.
I'm definitely...
But these consecutive movies, I felt like just had moments that we're just like, this is getting better and better as it progresses.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited for us to get into Two Towers, bro, because I want to hear a lot of your thoughts on that one, because
a lot happened in Two Towers,
and dude. I mean, it had to be a sequel, and it had to introduce a lot more characters. A lot of stuff had to happen. So yeah, there's a lot to get into. These movies are dense, so I think it's okay that we stop here.
It ain't too bad.
With Fellowship of the Ring.
I just want to warn you guys. You guys are going to hear a lot of grievances in Two Towers. A lot of people I did not fucking like. Hard to look at motherfuckers. If you've seen them, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Manipulative white bitches. You know? There's a lot to unpack in Two Towers, so I agree with that. How about an outro, Turtle?
All right. So, I don't know when you can be expecting the next episode, but you could be expecting some more shorts in the meantime, whether it be some little homemade skits, some vlog-style videos from the turtle or the hare.
Because fuck the pantaloons.
Exactly. But we'll be uploading this episode very soon. Or, I don't know why I said that, Greg.
It's okay. Well, if you guys also get a chance, just go check out some of the shorts that we have already released. I know my boy Turtle did some damage on a certain God of War named Tyr, so I have checked it out personally, and I have enjoyed that watch. I think it's very clean, crisp, short, and video, because there's a little bit of everything on our channel, bro. It's fun. We like to keep it that way.
The turtle is going to get the hare into the gaming studio with some mics and stuff like that. And I'm going to try to get us in there together, because I want to put together some videos so there can be some turtle and the hare gaming.
For sure.
You know, it's something that's missing from the channel, and I think it could be cool.
Yeah, and we already have a few games in mind, so stay tuned for that. I'm excited to get into the gaming side of things.
So that's been episode 5. The turtle and the hare.
What's the 5 in Spanish again?
Cinco.
The potential
of being related
and not fucking.
Yeah.